Good afternoon, African Confessions. I am back with another episode. There is a message that I want to share with you guys, and this message, it was sent to me by one of our admins. Strange things do happen in this world. So after I had shared with you this other message from our dear sister, who was saying that she regularly wakes up, and when she wakes up, she always finds herself sleeping on top of a grave. This is another message that was texted to us by one of our listeners who was saying that she encountered the same problem even though she never woke up and found herself on top of a grave. The message reads like this: Good morning, Brother Nashi. I am also from Zim, but currently working. I can say that I am currently struggling here in South Africa. Yes, I do want to return back home, but some of the things that happen to me, I do not even understand. And it seems as if there is another spiritual force that is keeping me here in South Africa, because I have actually been with men whom I can say that these men, they were millionaires. I have been put into situations. I don't know if I can say that I was put into these situations by God or by my own ancestors, but yet I felt to take advantage of those situations. If I wanted, Brother Nashi, with the men that I have dated, I could have been someone who would have stolen some money from one of my clients and ran off, but I do not know. Whenever I come across someone that is very wealthy, they can just leave a huge sum of money anywhere in the house, and for me to take that money, then I just feel lazy about it, so much that the client will always be amazed, because he will say that, as far as I know, women that are of your kind, women that are prostitutes, if you leave anything that is valuable in the house, they are going to steal it, worst of all the money. But my brother, I don't know what happened to me, but when I came here, I was not like this. I was someone whom you can say was living in the fast lane. I was always quick. Whenever I would see an opportunity, I would grab that opportunity with both hands. I have stolen money from wallets of men that I used to date. Whenever I would see that the man is somehow drunk, then I would take advantage of him. I would even be hired by a man to be with him throughout the night. And when he would be too drunk, I would actually pretend as if I am also drunk. Then when he would be fast asleep, I would actually steal money from his wallet. But now what is happening to me, Brother Nashi, I do not even understand. I feel like I am just a fool, but I think that there is a bigger spirit that is using me. So what happened is that when I came here to South Africa, I also started working at that other hotel that the lady was mentioning, that same Diplomat hotel. Who knows, maybe she knows me as well. When I started working there, I felt like I was degrading myself, because there were some things that men that used to come there would request from me, that they would want me to do. Some of the things that they would say is that they would want us to have intercourse using the other way. Then there were some men whereby they would bring some toys. This was the most weird thing. Then when this man would bring a toy to you, he would strap that toy on himself, and he would say that, I am going to bend down and I want you to sleep with me as if you are sleeping with a woman, doing that style, the dog style. So those were some of the things that were so degrading that I came across when I was just hustling there by the Diplomat Hotel. Then whilst I was there, Brother Nashi, there is a lot of competition that goes on, a lot of hatred that goes on. So there was this other girl who was like my friend. She was the one who introduced me to that hotel. She was also a closer speaking woman, but very young, and at that time I would even joke with her because of her age. She was supposed to be doing something in university, but she was there hustling with the big women. This girl then told me that there was another woman who was saying that she wanted to bewitch me. That other lady said that she wanted to bewitch me because when she was not available, there was one of her clients who had came, and then that client, after he had found out that the usual meal that he used to buy, as in that woman, was not available. He then came and we negotiated. So I didn't know, like, the way that I had negotiated with him, he ended up underpaying me. So when that woman returned back from KZN, she then found out that this is what had happened. When the client came the next time around, after they did whatever they did, then that guy ended up paying her money that was not the same amount that he used to pay her. Then that man just said that, but you are charging me for the same thing that I got from that Zim lady. So she immediately knew that I was the one who had done this. She came to me and she complained, and I just thought that maybe that was the end of the story, but that was not the end of the story. She then went to a traditional healer and she was trying to fix me so that I can go on my periods non-stop. But I think that my ancestors fought for me, because the next thing that happened is that when I woke up, Brother Nashi, after that young lady had told me that there was someone who wanted to bewitch me, I then woke up and I saw that I didn't even have any hair at all. I am someone who love my natural hair. In fact, at that time, I had my locks, and I don't know what had happened throughout the night. I just woke up and all of my dreadlocks were gone, and I just had a bald head when I woke up. I quickly rose up, my brother, and I looked at myself in the mirror. And then I saw that it seemed as if someone had entered into that room that I was sleeping in, and after that person had entered, he then proceeded, he or she then removed my dreadlocks. How it was possible, I do not even understand. But this was just like pure witchcraft that had happened to me, because after I had spoken with that other young Xhosa lady about it, she then took me to this other woman. She's an old woman. She is always hanging around that Diplomat Hotel, but she's a traditional healer, even though, like, when you look at her the first time, you won't even tell that she's a Sangoma. That was the woman who ended up assisting me. She gave me some herbs and she told me that I had to wash myself using those herbs, and each and every morning for a couple of days, when I would wake up, then I would drink my own urine. That lady then said that, do you want to see the person who is bewitching you? If only I had known, at least I would have just decided to let it go. So I then spoke with her and I told her that yes, I wanted to see the person who had bewitched me. She then said that is fine. She gave me some herbs and she told me that when I would go to sleep, I had to place the herbs just close to my door, and some of the herbs I had to place it underneath my pillow, and that was what I did. Throughout the night, I could not even sleep at all. Whenever I would try to sleep, then I'll just feel as if something weird was about to happen. Then I would wake up. I tried watching the TV. I tried like playing with my phone. Then when I fell asleep, I think that maybe it was somewhere around 5 when I fell asleep. So then this other lady who is from Zim as well, she was the one who woke me up, because she called me and she told me that there was another client that was looking for me. At this time, I was back in the location where I was staying, so I had to rush to town so that I can be with that guy, and this was a well-paying client. When I woke up, Brother Nashi, I saw that the same woman, that one whom I had stolen, her own client, she was with me in my room. I said, how did you enter into my room? She then said that, your door was not locked, so I came here. Mind you, this woman, she stays in a location that is very far from where I was staying at that time, but she had managed to enter into my room without me ever hearing her. She quickly spoke with me before I could even respond. She then walked out of the room. When she came back, she said, do not tell anyone about this. And the way that she spoke with me with such authority that I felt so afraid. It has been years since this thing has happened, and even right now, my brother, I suspect that this thing that is happening to me, whereby I am just going round and round in circles, my life not getting anywhere. When I try to do something with my life, I ended up being in the same position that I was in when I would have tried to make something out of my life. What pains me the most is that no matter how much I make, all of that money, it just vanishes from my pocket. Not like the money will just be gone or the money will disappear, but I'll end up just spending like I am a shop alcoholic. I have tried to control myself. I have tried to tell myself that my kid back home, he needs the support of his mother, but my brother, all of that, it doesn't matter. And I have met men that are quite rich. All of those men, if I wanted to get something out of them, I could have gotten something out of them. But I am no longer that same woman that I used to be back in the day when I came here to South Africa. I was such a hustler, but now I am someone who is more like an addict, whereby you just do it for the sake of doing it so that you can get the money to buy more drugs. Yet I am not an addict. I am someone who is normal. Maybe this woman, what she did to me after I found her in my room, she then stole my brain, because some things that I do, Brother Nashi, they are so meaningless. I feel like I am no longer normal. My brother, this is my own story. I just thought about it when I heard that lady mentioning Diplomat, and I said, this is the place that I used to work at. Now I just do it casually, because some of my clients, like, we just do it at the place where I am now renting, or they can just call me, then I would go straight to their houses, like when their wives are not there. But I am not okay, my brother. If I was okay, I could have stopped this thing that I am doing a very long time ago, because some of the women that I used to hustle with in this same hustle, some of them, they managed to buy those cars, those ones that we use back home that are called the fun cargos. Most of them, they managed to buy those cars, and those cars, they are operating as taxis, so they are no longer doing this same hustle. It is only I, Brother Nashi, out of all the friends that I had, the ones that were from Lesotho and also from my country, it is me out of the girls that I used to hustle with that are still doing this thing. As for that young lady who was a Xhosa lady, she was actually studying to be a traffic cop. I don't know if she managed to do that, but she used to go to this other college where she was doing her classes. But as for my life, I'm still stuck. So I don't know if it is a curse that comes with you being a prostitute or what, but I feel like the devil is holding but I feel like the devil has tied me to a very long chain. So I think I will feel like I am someone who is free, but when I try to progress with my life, then I'll see that I can't progress because I am bound to a chain. I am more like a slave right now. But if someone asks me, like, who are you a slave to, I can't even answer that question. Dear listeners, right there was a message that we received. It was sent to us by one of our dear sisters. She was saying that if someone asked me right now, what is your problem? I do not even know where to start. My life has been turned upside down ever since I saw that woman whom I had stolen a client in my room. And I don't know what made me not to tell anyone about this story. When she said that do not tell anyone, I just obeyed her. And now it has been many years since that thing happened, but I do not feel normal at all. I feel like a part of me was stolen, like I can't think things properly. When I want to do something that can benefit me, I end up doing the opposite. Your strange things do happen in this world. This man that I once stayed with as his wife, what bothers me is that I can't even remember his name. No matter how hard I try, it's like the memory of his name was wiped off from my brain. I can't remember his name. Even when I try to search, I have tried searching several names that I think that was his name, but all of those searches, they have brought negative results. It bothers me a lot. Like, I know this guy, I stayed with him, but even if you were to ask me right now, what is his name, so that you can publish his name on your platform, maybe there is someone who could help me, but I can't remember his name. I don't know what he did to me, but it seems as if this man, he never existed in my life, yet he came into my life and destroyed everything that I valued a lot.